Hello, in this video I'm going to teach you how to create a teacher data card so that you can track your students' scores across multiple assessments. In order to do this, you need to start first on the Analyze tab and drill down to any assessment. If you are a secondary teacher or a departmentalized elementary school student, I would start at all my students. If you choose one of your class periods, it will filter and only show assessment data for students in that particular class period. So it's always a good rule of thumb to just use all my students. Once you choose the first assessment, you're going to leave it on student scores, switch to where they are now. Otherwise, you might not have new students show up in your class, in your data card, who have arrived since they took this assessment. Then you're going to come up here to your Edit button. This is going to allow you to customize the data view. You have your tests, columns, and summarize. We're going to start on the Tests tab, and we're going to drill down and add any other assessments that you would like. If you are a departmentalized or secondary teacher, then I would recommend only choosing subject assessments for your particular subject area. Or if you are a self-contained elementary school teacher, you could drag over assessments from all subject areas. So I opened up the STAR test folder and I drilled down to the correct year and then pulled over the previous STAR test. So these are for 5th grade students. So I pulled in the 4th grade STAR test from the previous year. Now this is the demo site, so ignore this year, 2015. Once you get the tests, all the tests that you would like, you need to think about reordering them. Whatever is up at the top will be shown on the left, all the way down to whatever is on the bottom. That assessment will be on the far right. So I would suggest you group these chronologically, or also if you have multiple subject areas, group them by subject areas. So I'm going to go ahead and put my previous STAR test first for math, and then a math campus test. My previous reading test, and then a campus reading test, and then my reading test from the previous year. Then come to the Columns tab. All of these data fields, if you leave them here, will show up for your assessment. I'm going to take off the raw score because I don't need to know how many correct questions they got right on each assessment, and I'm just going to drop it over there. So I'll leave my percent score, approaches, meets, and masters. Then we come over to our Summarize tab, and you want to leave on any of these fields that will give you valuable information for your students. So if you need to know if they're in special ed or if they're EcoDis or LEP, you can leave those. If their ethnicity helps you or provides you valuable data based on your campus goals, choose to leave that, or you also might choose to take it off by just dragging it over here and just dropping it anywhere. Once you're finished, come down to the Update button at the bottom right. And then you will have a list of scores of all of your students and any scores that for tests that they took in your class. You can color the results in order to see standouts more easily. If you are secondary teachers and you want to view your data by particular class period, not all of your students in one list, what you can do is you can switch to the stack of books. That's your course tab. Now because I'm in the demo site, it's going to look a little bit differently, but you're always going to see your campus at the top and then the course that you teach and all the averages. And then below that you will see each of the individual teachers. So if this was my class, if I was Dennis Cuevas and I wanted to look at my first period, then I could double click on here and I would see only a list of students for that first period. But that's a demo site, so it's not going to look exactly the same. I can always go back to my entire list of students here on the green arrow, or I can switch back to the student view. Don't forget to save this view so that you can be adding assessment data that you take after this date to this view, and also so that you don't have to redo any of your work. To do that, click on the Save button at the top. It will tell you saved your view. Click OK, and then wait patiently for it to reset your screen, and then you'll notice two different save buttons now. You've got a save as if you wanted to create a separate and new view, or a save button if you want to save the work that you've done. So think back to the old-fashioned Microsoft Word days. These do not auto-save. You'll have to save anything that you do. Student scores is not a name of the file that's going to make a whole lot of sense to me, so I'm going to click Edit, and I'm going to rename it. So I'm going to say this is my data card, maybe it's my 5th grade data card, and then my year, and then click your Save button. And you'll see your view right here, the name of it. In order to find your view, you'll come down to My Saved Views. It'll be underneath all of your classes, underneath all my students. And you can come and find it right here, 5th grade data card. So at any time you come back to Aware, you can view, you can come back to your data card right here.